Introduction. Do you want to break bad habits? It's true that it's hard to break old habits and replace them with better ones. But with the right approach, you can more easily break bad habits. In this book, you'll learn: what impact does a habit have on your identity? How to set healthy boundaries? How to maintain a new habit? What is the method for adopting a new habit? Why isn't it important to achieve perfection? Our answers to these questions are easy to understand, simple to implement, and quick to execute. Ready to break your bad habits? Let's go. What impact does a habit have on your identity? A habit is a behavior that we engage in over and over again, whether it is positive or destructive. By necessity, this habit defines who we are, our identity. A habit works by association, associating a trigger with a response, then a response with a reward. Let's take the example of exercising daily. The trigger might be seeing your gym on the way home from work. The response would be to get on the treadmill for 40 minutes, and the reward would be the endorphin rush and sense of accomplishment. As our habits shape who we are, they eventually become unconscious. So the first step to changing your habits is to identify them. Think about your actions and the thoughts and emotions associated with them. For example, if you are addicted to sugar, identify the times when sugar binges occur. Is stress a trigger? What reward does sugar offer? Once you become aware of your habits, you will have the power to consciously change your habit as well as your view of yourself. For example, if you are a sugar addict, stop seeing yourself as a stressed-out sugar addict and start seeing yourself as a new Zen person who eats healthy. Once you accept the fact that you are a new person, it will be easier to break your bad habits. How do you set healthy boundaries? To create a new habit, you must first become a new person and stick with it. In other words, you must take control of your time, energy, and emotions. To avoid being influenced by outside forces, set boundaries for yourself. To do this, think about what you will and will not do to achieve your goals in a given situation, and what factors you can and cannot control. Write them down and stick to them. For example, if you want to become a vegetarian, don't agree to go to a barbecue restaurant. Suggest another place. If you are not used to setting limits, practice enforcing them with more open-minded people first. How do you maintain a new habit? The way to maintain a new habit is to follow your true desires. Make a list of habits you would like to develop and ask yourself why you chose those habits. Beyond adding rational value to your life, ask yourself what you like about adopting the new habit. For example, if you want to eat more vegetables, beyond the benefit to your body, you will maintain this new habit if you feel like eating those vegetables. Similarly, when imagining your ideal self, if your new habit does not correspond to what you want to become, it will be difficult to maintain it over time. Finally, it's normal to experience slips and failures that can make you doubt the adoption of a new habit. This is quite normal and happens frequently, so don't be too hard on yourself. What is the method for adopting a new habit? As a general rule, it takes 3 weeks to adopt a new habit, but this can vary depending on the person and the difficulty of the habit. After those 3 weeks, performing your new habit will become second nature to you. One tip for sticking with a new habit at first is to think of a few positive statements that reaffirm your desires whenever you doubt. For example, if you want to quit smoking, affirm your desire as follows: I like to keep my lungs pink and healthy. Remember to track your progress and offer rewards. Once you've started your new habit, write it down in your calendar and give yourself something you enjoy. For example, once you've exercised, treat yourself to watching your favorite TV show. However, make sure your reward doesn't negate your efforts. In other words, don't celebrate your diet with a cake. Finally, the first 2 days are the most difficult in adopting a new habit. To do this, anticipate and eliminate any triggers that could derail you, and make your habit easier by planning its execution. For example, if you want to lose weight, eliminate beer from your refrigerator and always have a gym bag ready for the next day. Developing a new habit isn't easy, but despite the doubts and slips, if you don't give up, you'll succeed in the long run. Keep a positive attitude and be proud of your efforts on the road to success. Why isn't it important to achieve perfection? When adopting a new habit, it's not about being perfect. It's about getting better. On your way to becoming a better version of yourself, don't be too perfectionist and don't neglect the important things in life. For example, just because you want to build muscle and go to the gym in your spare time doesn't mean you should stop seeing your friends. Adopting a new habit is not about making you a perfect machine but about allowing you to become more of who you are. So don't lose your authenticity and treat yourself with compassion. Conclusion: habits are unconscious routines that shape our daily lives. To adopt a new habit, identify a new routine on a logical and emotional level. And if you maintain this routine for more than 3 weeks, it will become part of your life. If you like the summary, click on one of our partner links to discover badass habits, cultivate the awareness, boundaries, and daily upgrades you need to make them stick by Jen Sincero in ebook, book, or audiobook format. And if you're not interested in reading further, we recommend you discover Making Habits, Breaking Habits, Why We Do Things, Why We Don't, and How to Make Any Change Stick by Jeremy Dean. Introduction: How to dominate your habits. Your life is controlled by your good and bad habits. By understanding how habits work, you will be able to give up your bad habits and encourage your good ones. In this book, you will learn: what is a habit? How is a habit formed? How can our habits be so bad? How to adopt good habits? How do we break a bad habit? Our answers to these questions are easy to understand, simple to implement, and quick to execute. Ready to dominate your habits? Let's go.